The first initiative that I want to share is obsessed with student success. I think that that's the overarching thing that we need to talk about, because really all of those things are subsets of us being obsessed with student success. We want you to be able to get the degree that you came to Sherman for. Obviously, we're not there to spoon feed you. There's a lot of work that's to be done on your part. There's a lot of responsibility as a student to be done on your part. But at the end of the day, we provide the necessary tools so you can be successful. The key is you have to take advantage of those tools. One of the tools that you mentioned was our practice success program. We teach 14 quarters of proven business principles. That's one thing that I did not get when I was in chiropractic college. I really got one business class. So when I opened up my office, I lost a lot of money really by trial and error, just trying to figure it all out. It took me a couple of years to really, anchor my feet and understand what the business world was about. Because becoming from being a student to entering the business world is a really it's a big leap. It's a cliff that you have to really jump off of, and there's a lot to be learned. So what we have figured out and what we want for our students, being obsessed with their success, is for them to get out of the gate running. Listen, you could be an associate, that's cool. You could learn, you could be a mentee under somebody who's successful, but you can also open up your own practice right out of the gate, because you're going to have all the necessary tools to do that from our G10 program. Now, I say G10. What does G10 mean? G is graduation, 10 is 10 years. The purpose, the outcome that we're looking to have is that you have all your student loan debt paid 10 years after you graduate. That's why we're obsessed with your success. And frankly, it's a little selfish why we want to do that. We want you to be proud of your alma mater. We want you to give back to your alma mater. We want you to send more students to your alma mater. So we want to make that experience really, really good for you with regard to being a excellent business person. The other thing is our Thrive program. Our Thrive program is tied into our Apple initiative. Basically, we go by the quarter system. Quarters go pretty quickly. We have open enrollment at Sherman, so you could enter in any quarter and be your first quarter: January, April, July, or the end of September. Any one of those could be your first quarter. But we have a Thrive program, which in these quarters, you have about 10 weeks of learning. They go really quickly. And it's like drinking water from a fire hose. You're going to have somewhere between 27, 28, and even some quarters, 29 credit hours. Obviously, you're going to be going through those credit hours with other students, but it's a heavy load, especially within your first 6 or 7 quarters. So we provide you with this Thrive program where we're able to know how you're doing at any given time during the quarter. So let's say you need a 75 to pass a class. And by the time midterms roll around, you haven't taken your midterm yet, but there's been a couple of quizzes and you're in that like 69 or 70 range. You're going to get an email from the Thrive director. It's not that we're stalking you. It's that we know where you're at and we know where you need help. And it's going to suggest that you come in, meet with the Thrive director, and we're going to get you some help in that class. Because when the midterm comes up, if you don't get something substantial, like maybe an 80 on the midterm, you're going to be in trouble for the rest of the quarter, and you're going to end up having to repeat that class. We don't want you to have to do that. Will it happen? It's possible. But at the end of the day, we're going to provide all the necessary options for you to keep that from happening. Why do we do that? We don't want to take your money unless we have to. In other words, you're going to have to pay for that class again. It's not that we're there to make money on you. We want you to be successful at Sherman College. Come through the program, get through it, and become a successful chiropractor. Sherman does something a little different than most other chiropractic colleges, and I'm going to share with you what it is. You actually need a 2.75 to enter any chiropractic college in your undergrad cumulative. Sherman College will let you in with a 2.75, but what we really want is a 3.0. So if you come in with less than a 3.0, let's say a 2.85, you're already going to be on our radar, and we're going to be giving you a special schedule to help you and make sure that you can get through the program. Here's why. Sherman is the hardest chiropractic college to get in, but it's the easiest chiropractic college to be kicked out of. And I'll tell you why. If you fail 2 classes in a row, you have to take 6 months off. Why do we do that? Because we don't want to continue to take your money if you're not demonstrating that you have the tools to pass a class. So what you're going to do in that 6 months is you're going to take a class outside of Sherman College that's going to help you get through that class once you reapply and get back into Sherman. So it sounds like we don't want you, but we do want you, and we want you to be successful. So those are some of the things that we do at Sherman College. The Thrive program, the iPad initiative, as well as the G10 program.